What is your nationality?
I'm a drunkard.
I want to shout out DC because I was in Job Corps. Shout out my DCP.
And I want to shout out everybody listening around the world. A couple people hit me up from the UK. My girl from Berkshire hit us up. So there's a lot of people logged on right now. We got a crazy guest, special guest in the building. I want to shout out my man Ryan who brought him through. Tabi Bonney in the building, man. It's a pleasure to have you come through.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I'm glad I'm up here, you know.
And I heard you just got a cheesesteak. Is that true?
No, we didn't get a cheesesteak yet.
You didn't get one. Whoa, hold on. What kind of host? Ryan, let's go, baby. Come on.
We stopped by Ubic though. That's one of my favorite spots. So yeah.
And that's something that I want to touch on a little bit later too. Is your fashion sense.
No doubt.
Because you're definitely linked up with Adidas.
Yeah.
Which you're rocking right now.
Yeah.
Actually, let's get right into that. Let's talk about your fashion sense, bro.
Oh man, you know, I've just always been a fashionable person, man. I was always on, like, say, Prada and all that stuff before everybody got on. You know what I mean? So even once everybody gets on something, then I'm ready to, like, step to the next thing.
Exactly.
You know, that's just how it is, man. That's all.
It's almost like your music. You say people listening to it may not get it right now.
Yeah.
Later on. You know, only the cool kids. Is that what it is?
Exactly. The trendsetters, the people, you know, the people that know, really. That's all.
Now you got a big project coming out.
Yeah. I'm working with Dame Dash right now. I got this album dropping next Tuesday. It's called The Summer Years. It's produced entirely by Ski Beats. You know, these legendaries. So I'm just excited, man. That's all.
Wow. That's major.
Dropping this Tuesday.
No, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, the 27th.
Oh, the 27th.
Yeah.
They can go to iTunes, of course.
Yeah, iTunes and download it. That's it, man. We know it's digital, you know.
Now, the record that's out right now, the single, Winter's Parade.
Yeah.
You got Nicole Ray on there.
Nicole Ray, man.
Who was doing it big with Def Jam for a minute, right?
Yeah.
She's on there. The record's crazy. One thing I noticed about some of these records you're doing with Steve Beats now is they're somewhat minimal. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, once you get into the album, it gets deeper and stuff. I like minimalist type of beats with space where I can just fill it out myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we'll go through a couple of joints so you all can get it.
And I heard you brought an exclusive record that nobody's heard yet.
Yeah, no one has heard this one yet.
This is officialstreetradio.com, ueradiolive.com, exclusive, never heard before, Tabi Bonney record. We're gonna get into a freestyle a little bit later. If that's cool.
No problem.
We like to do that up here.
Exactly. Why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
And we are on live stream, so if you go to ueradiolive.com, you can see Tabi. He's got a crazy hat on, got the Adidas gear. Actually, just did a video. You linked up with Murs and did a lot of things, but you had that Adidas video out where you went to the store and how to dress.
Yeah.
How'd you link up with Adidas?
Man, that was just one of Dame's connects, so you know what I mean, he just brought them in there sponsoring this 51 city tour that we start the day the album drops next week. So.
Talking about Dame Dash, I heard some crazy news about him bootlegging liquor or something.
Oh, you know everything that's in everything.
They tried to come after your man Dame or something?
Trying to fraud on Dame, man, what like that?
You know, just people that are like, say, under you. You know, he has a younger son and stuff like that. So if anything happens in the building, of course, he gets blamed for it. So that's all.
Now let's take it back to the beginning. You grew up in Africa, right?
Yeah, I was born in Togo, West Africa. I've been between there and the U.S. since I was born.
And
And
your dad.
My dad, he's a huge musician out of Togo. He's the biggest musician out of Togo. So that's it, man.
And when did you come to the States and
since I was born, you know, we would do summers here in the United States, and then I would do the school years in Africa until I was about 8 years old, and we switched it up and started doing school here in the summer and back in Africa.
DC is what you claim right now.
Yeah, DC. My mother's from DC, and my brothers and sisters were born in DC.
Now, Frills played The Pocket, which
I can't escape that song, man.
But it's kind of a good thing too, you know, because I was, my girl was living in DC. I was going down there at one point a lot, and she was like, "There's this crazy record," and you know, I wasn't familiar, but they played it nonstop on the radio.
Yeah, and that was the first time that indie artists got like regular rotation in DC during that time.
Yeah, so you can't escape that record. It's
It's just, you know, it's just that song, you know what I mean? Yeah.
that definitely was a major song in DC. Who else is out in DC that besides Wale, of course, that's doing it big? That you would say, you know, I'm listening to, I'm feeling.
Yeah, this cat you all about is here in a second. Called Fat Trail, and then another cat named Phil Day. So those are the
definitely Phil Day.
Yeah.
I'm messing with that Monte Carlo dreams.
Yeah,
right? It's crazy.
yeah. So those are the next two pretty much that are coming up out of
I gotta ask you about your group. Is it still, are they still intact?
Yeah, everything's still intact. You know, Poet, he's with the Black Eyed Peas, produces and DJs for them. So he's all around the world most of the time, and then Nikki, she's in New York. So once we get settled again, we had a couple of situations that were on the table, but they folded. So we're still at it though.
It was funny because I talked to Ryan, who's with Tabi, about that record. Listening to Flex, he was going on that record, the single that they had out. He was like, yo, you didn't know that's Tabi's group right there. But what made you start like a pop group like that?
I just always wanted to go that route eventually. You know what I mean? Like I think that's where I'm gonna end up at. I just with my songwriting, it's more than just hip hop. It's more than just verse. You know what I mean? So it just was a cool combination. Sean Kingston's manager approached me about it, who's also Big Crit's manager as well, and it just connected. You know?
Yeah, because you do a lot. You're a businessman. You're doing. You have a clothing line. Is that still?
Yep. The clothing line is still going. That's based out of London right now. Got a partner out of London. So we just finally got everything trademarked. So everybody will be seeing more of that in the next year or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, well, listen, we got some exclusive records. I know you actually collaborate with a lot of different artists too. Who are some of the artists that you recently worked with? And can we expect any collaborations on the new project?
On the new project, it's only one other rapper, and that's Merz, just for the simple fact that's my homie right now. But other than that, just a handful of singers and stuff like that, and you know, just got a couple other things in the works. We're like a big fan of Mos Def, of course the homie Currency, of course you know Wale and stuff like that. So
now did Mos Def just say he's retiring? Or did I hear that?
He's retiring his name.
That's right. He's retiring his name. That's right.
He's switching his name.
But listen, we got to get the world familiar. We got tabi Bonney from DC in here. He's doing major things. He's got a project coming out exclusively produced by Ski Beats. Coming up on the 27th, will be released on iTunes.
Exactly.
I think we need to get into. Should we get into that world premiere?
No, I want to get into this Winners joint. You know why? Because you know how I'm complaining right now. Hip hop, where's the beat? The drums in this joint is stupid, it's crazy, it's official. I'm co-signing it, and you know what I'm saying? It's official.